for almost 3 years. And then again, I volunteered for another chamber event, and Mang said, "Hey Mang, we have this position open. I don't know if you saw my email, but feel free to shoot it over to some people or take a look at it for yourself." So she kind of like planted the seed, and I said, "Okay, sure, sounds good." And I wasn't looking at the time, but I just said, "Okay, let me look through my emails again." And when I read the job description, I said, "Hey, like, that's kind of who I am. I really want to help people, and for me, my mission in life is just to help as many people as I can in whatever capacity that I'm in." And I was looking at it, and the position was actually part-time only, but through creativity, right, and capacity growing, the Mang Chamber actually partnered with WACMA, which is the coalition of all the Hmong nonprofits in Wisconsin, to come on board to really sustain the position as a full-time. So it's part-time chamber, part-time WACMA, but both really great organizations to work with. So now it's a full-time position, right? So they were able to kind of get over that obstacle because it's been out, the position was out for over a year and they couldn't get any good candidates. And so when it came back out as full-time, I decided, okay, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And then at the time that I got the offer, my husband and I found out that we were also pregnant. And so it all kind of was, I told my husband, I think the universe is telling us that we need to move back to Wausau because that's where his parents are. And we would have them then to help with baby and to kind of help me transition into my new role. And everything kind of just came full circle. And it was amazing. And it happened really naturally. And I always believe that in life, that's kind of how things are, right? It's a natural progression. And even though you don't see it right away, like in hindsight, you're like, wow, like what if I wouldn't have accepted, or what if, where would we be, and things like that. But it's been wonderful. I'm really happy. And I was telling Sherman last week or 2 weeks ago when we reconnected that, hey, I was putting my daughter to sleep one night, and I thought to myself, wow, like if nothing else in life worked out right now, like I would be completely okay with the people that I have, everything that I have in my life right now. It's a huge, I just look at life with a different perspective now as a mom, and just, I don't know, it's been wonderful. And it took me a year to kind of really grow roots here, but the people here are wonderful. There's a lot of great opportunity here that for us as young professionals to really create kind of an economy that we want, and really to educate the community about who we are and what our passions are. So I think that's what keeps me going every day as well. We have amazing talent here, and I never want to lose that. So Sherman, I'm so happy that you're here still.
Yeah.
I was very scared that we were going to lose Sherman, so I'm happy he's still here and interviewing me. Because my interview was supposed to be last week. But...
Yes, but I was out of town.
Yes.
So I'm glad we did this. So what a great story! How for you you're able to wear multiple hats in order to get the job done, so to speak.
Yes, definitely. And I try to leverage what I do in every aspect that I can. A lot of us serve on multiple committees or boards and things like that, and it's always important to remember that it's okay not to be able to do all of it, but that you should do things that are impactful to you, or that you can really leverage what you're already doing, so we're not reinventing the wheel like we always talk about. So I'm very, very blessed that in the role that I do have now, I do have the flexibility and also support from my executive director to do what I'm passionate about every day, and to really encourage me to continue doing what I love to do every day. And that's really powerful as well, to make sure that who you work for and what you do, you enjoy doing every day. It's not all day every day, right? But it's rewarding for you in some way, and it's really fulfilling kind of an internal need for you, right? Whether that's helping people, or making a difference in someone's life, or trying to make a positive impact for the community every day. I think those are really important. So,
are there any workshops coming up in this? Do you have them monthly? What's the frequency of some of these technical workshops that you are helping to put on with the partners?
Yep, so they are monthly. So we also are on the Get Smart Coalition here in Wausau, and they are a great group of people that's come together to make sure that Marathon County is financially literate, and I think that's also really important. And so we are part of that coalition. We are currently revamping that workshop schedule, but we'll definitely be piggybacking off of that one. People's time is so valuable, and we want to make sure that we're leveraging as many resources as we can, but definitely there will be one a month. I have also decided to start next month, the first Thursday of every month, to do kind of a come get to know the Mang Chamber, like big lunch event, so to speak, where you can just bring your lunch, come talk to me, kind of learn about who we are, what we do. Or if you just want to come and spend some time with me here at the Mang Chamber, my doors will be open during lunch. So I think that'll be really fun. Again, just another opportunity for those who can't come, during the day or maybe after work, just to come have lunch with me and talk about what you're passionate about or how we can help in any way.
So that's a fantastic invitation for those of you that are foodies, that maybe you want to bring food for Mang, and maybe you're interested in selling your egg rolls or your beautiful salads or your wraps, whatever it is, over here at the Mang Chamber. She's going to be able to do that. That's very powerful. People can then know how they can fully utilize the chamber for their development. For you, on your background, did you go to college? What was that? What was your education like?
Yeah, definitely. So I did go to college. It was a tough road for me. At first I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I kind of gravitated towards business-minded people. So that's why I decided to go that route. And I wasn't your traditional student. I was definitely more of an adult student. And I want to let everyone know that that's definitely okay as well, right? You always want to do things in life on your own terms, and to make sure that you know the value that it brings you. And so I was definitely not just your typical four-year student, and that's okay, and I think that education is definitely very important. It doesn't define who you are, but it's definitely going to be a door to opportunities for you. And it was through my schooling that, again, I was able to surround myself with business-minded people and kind of grew my passion in business. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I first went. I was kind of just, this nerdy little Asian girl who had no idea what life was about, but it was a huge learning experience for me, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. It was funny, my husband and I were talking about kind of our work backgrounds, or how did we get through college, right? And I said, you know what? I have no idea. You just made things work, and you just kind of had to make it happen. I had 3 jobs at one point, right, in my college career. And I'm like, I don't know how I did it, but I just did. And I knew that I just had to keep going. And before you knew it, it was, here we are, we're 31 now, So I've always been blessed to, again, be around business-minded people, kind of model what they do, what they say. And I was always able to keep myself employed. And I don't know how I did that, but again, it comes from a lot of learning from others. And again, modeling other people and kind of learning their mannerisms and things like that. I've always done that my whole life. So I think I've just been really blessed to know the right people and, again, to leverage them in the right times in my life. So,
and that's amazing that you're able